What's going on, everybody? You're looking at this and you're looking at the game and you're looking at what happened and you're saying to yourself, not again. Not again can we have the Chiefs again in the Super Bowl. Like, what the hell are we even doing here? Like, does anybody do we want to sit here and really turn on the Super Bowl and watch the Kansas City Chiefs? How many people want to do that? How many people want to watch the Kansas City? Because it's not. We have 2 weeks. We have 2 weeks until the Super Bowl starts, right? Until the Super Bowl game. We have 2 weeks to try to convince ourselves that, hey, Kansas City's not going to win a third game, right? Kansas City's not going to win the third championship in a row. That's what we're going to talk ourselves into for the next 2 weeks, only to turn the game on, and watch the referees help Kansas City win yet another championship game. Like, you can't sit here and tell me that Kansas City deserved to win this game. The 4th down and 1, first down. It was a straight first down by Buffalo. And how you missed that call is unbelievable. But just, I mean, how many times do we have to sit here and think about why does every Kansas City Chiefs game have to have controversial calls in it? Like, why can't we have one NFL game with the Kansas City Chiefs without referee interference, without the referees making a call that makes you scratch your damn head? The one catch where Xavier Worthy caught it down by the goal line. It was an incomplete pass. Yes, there was a flag on the field, and yes, it would have still been Kansas City ball, but it wouldn't have been at the 2-yard line or the 3-yard line, wherever it was. Like, why do we have to have these games with the Kansas City Chiefs? Like, the Chiefs are good enough to win on their own. Don't take anything away from the roster or Patrick Mahomes playing or how good Travis Kelce is. They are a good team, a well-coached team. But why do you always have to have a play or two in the game that does that makes everybody, the casual fan, the NFL hardcore fan, everybody sees it and goes, what the hell? Like, you already know going into the game that the NFL, that the referees are going to be questioned, right? That the referees are going to make a call that you're going to think is already helping the Chiefs. Why not make it correct? Why not put somebody up in the booth and get it out of there and just, you know what? From now on, every single play is under review. Every single play will be made from somebody else not in the arena. Like, this is what we have to do. And nobody wants to see the Eagles and the Chiefs. And we already this is, you know what? We've already talked about it. There's absolutely no way the Eagles win this game. The Eagles win the Super Bowl. This is going to be a Chiefs three-peat. The Chiefs are going to go down to New Orleans. They're going to have their little march. They're going to win this game. So you can talk yourself into trying to pick the Eagles to beat the Chiefs and try to find out some way on how the Eagles will beat the Chiefs. It's not going to happen. We have 2 weeks of just sitting here hoping and praying, but then when it gets down to it, the Kansas City Chiefs are going to make us all look stupid, and they're going to win ring number 3 in a row. It's just what happens. But Buffalo, I put this on the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills need to be the most hated team. You know what? I'm not even mad at the Kansas City Chiefs anymore. I'm not even mad at them. Let them win. Let them keep winning, because the Raiders' day will come and they will be knocked off. But the Buffalo Bills are the ones who allowed this to happen, and we keep forgetting that. Buffalo Bills made a trade. They traded back from number 10 overall to number 27 overall to allow the Kansas City Chiefs to move up in the draft and take Patrick Mahomes. So this is the curse of the Buffalo Bills. We heard of Scott Norwood back in the day, where the Buffalo Bills had Scott Norwood's curse on them. They got the Patrick Mahomes curse. This is like when Boston traded Babe Ruth, right? This is all that put together. Yes, and then they gave you Worthy this year. Then they said, you know what? That trade worked out so well for the Buffalo Bills and the Kansas City Chiefs rivalry. We're going to allow you guys to trade up once again for Xavier Worthy. And what's up with Buffalo's defense? I thought Buffalo was supposed to have a good defense. All these years that Buffalo was a good defense, Buffalo couldn't stop a damn cold in this game. Buffalo's defense was horrible in this game. Their offensive or their defensive line looked small. They couldn't get it going. The Kansas City Chiefs just straight out beat them with the help from the referees. I mean, there ain't no damn without the referees, Kansas City Chiefs. But why even have what? Let me ask you this: can we do the Super Bowl without referees? Because it probably ends up the same way. If the Chiefs are, it looks like the Chiefs call their own penalties anyways. Every time the Chiefs raise their hand, the referees get together and go, "Hey, you know what? What can we call to make it look good? What can we call to make it look good?" And why? What am I seeing right here? What am I seeing? They missed so many calls on you. What calls did they miss? What calls did they miss? What calls did they miss? That's what I would like to know. If you are a Chiefs fan and you are a Chiefs fan, you can't like Chiefs fans. You can't argue with the catch. You can't argue with the fourth down play that was ruled and to go back to Kansas City. Josh Allen was across that line. If it was a goal line, it would have been a touchdown. Now the tuck rule in the Eagles game, not the tuck rule, but the what's that fucking play called? I can't even think about it now. The tush push. The tush push needs to be illegal in the NFL. We need to get rid of the tush push in the NFL. Let's go ahead and start there. The tush push should be nowhere around, and that's probably what Buffalo was trying to do. They were trying to run some tush push stuff, but that needs to go. I mean, that's easy to get rid of in the NFL. Let's just start there. Mac Hollins did his thing. I agree. Mac Hollins was all right. Let's see. Somebody said the catch was a direct phone call from Vegas. Then the fourth down spot. Yeah. What was the spread on the game? I don't know the exact spread on the game. All I know is I missed Patrick Mahomes' yards by like 20 yards. I needed another 20 yards to hit my stuff. Plus, I think I needed a field goal. But Mahomes didn't beat Brady. 1.5 was a spread. Wow. Actually, who? No. There's not one person that wanted the Eagles versus the Chiefs in this. If you wanted the Eagles versus the Chiefs, put it in the comments wherever you are. Put it in there. Put the matchup that you wanted to see in the comments. Like before the playoffs, I said that we would see the Eagles versus the Ravens. The Ravens killed themselves against the Buffalo Bills. They lost that. But I said the Ravens versus the Eagles before the NFL playoffs. That's who I was going for. But when the Lions got knocked off, I know a lot of people lost that one and they wanted it. But you can't sit here and go, unless you're a Chiefs fan or you're an Eagles fan, you didn't wake up this morning going, I want to watch the Chiefs versus the Eagles in the Super Bowl. Nobody did that. Everybody woke up going, it's going to be we want to see the Commanders. We want to see the Bills. We want to see new faces in the championship game in the Super Bowl instead of listening to the same old interviews. Well, I mean, what else can Patrick Mahomes say? What is Patrick Mahomes going to say at Media Day that we haven't heard for the last couple of years? There's nothing new. We're going to go give 110%. We're going to give 110%. Then you're going to hear Travis Kelce talk about, oh, I'm only here because I love my girl Taylor Swift. Like, everybody's tired of the same crap over and over. And then we got to listen to Andy Reid talk about how he's going to keep continuing to coach for years to come. And, you know, he gives it up to his assistants, and it's just a hard-fought battle. But everybody knows, why aren't they thanking the referees when they really should be coming and thanking the referees on each one of those matchups? Oh, I'm trying to read some of these comments, guys. So I got three places going. So somebody said that the Chiefs and the Chiefs fans, players, and the referees all eat corn the long way. I don't know what that means, but I'll take it. So if you're a Chiefs fan, if you're a referee, or you're a Chiefs player, you guys eat corn the long way, according to one of these guys on here. According to one of these guys. What does the script say now? Hey, somebody said that, right? Somebody took the logo, like that was like the hot thing last year that uh, content creators and internet people were running with was the NFL logo of the Super Bowl and the colors in there. Well, if you look, the colors this year match too. The Eagles and the Chiefs. So, hey, can we get a little bit of silver and black in that Super Bowl logo? Like, can we do that with the Super Bowl going back to San Francisco? We don't need the Chiefs winning 4 in a row. Like three in a row is unbelievable. Football's what's up? Yeah. Sending me some gifts over there on TikTok. I appreciate it. But how are you guys feeling? Let me know how you guys are feeling about this matchup because you can't be happy about it. Which fan base is happy about it? Like if you're a 49er fan, you don't want to turn this game on. If you're a Raider fan, I guess you can go Eagles, but the only reason that you're rooting for the Eagles in this matchup is because everybody wants to see Saquon Barkley have a big game and go win it. But in reality, we're all sitting there going, this was the Super Bowl right here. The Bills and the Chiefs was basically the Super Bowl. That was the championship game. There's no team. The NFC is the weaker conference. The NFC is the weaker conference. They had to borrow Tom Brady from the AFC to win it with the Buccaneers, right? Then they had a little some help with the referees to have Matthew Stafford and the Rams beat the Bengals. But other than that, that's it. The NFC, like they're not standing up to the AFC. The Chiefs are going to dominate the Eagles. He's going to be outcoached. Nick Sirianni is going to be outcoached. You're not going to be able to do your little bullshit tush push against the Eagles. It's not going to happen. It's going to be a boring, ugly Super Bowl. But we have 2 weeks to try to talk ourselves into saying, yeah, let's go. We could see this game going into overtime. We could see this game being good. Nope, it's not going to happen. Somebody's saying McDermott, it will be fired tomorrow. You guys think that? You guys think the Bills are going to fire McDermott tomorrow? The ball hit the ground and shouldn't have counted. Exactly. There was still a penalty on that play. And nobody knows what would have happened if the ball would have went back. It would have been first down for the Kansas City Chiefs, but it would have been further back. But it would have been further back. It would. So I still probably live on TikTok. But if you're on TikTok, you're on Instagram, wherever you are, make sure you guys hit that like button to help me out just a little bit. Let me know what you guys are talking about, how you guys feel about these games, and what you feel about the matchups. Like everybody, I mean, you got to feel bad for Jaden Daniels, but there's a reason a rookie has never won an NFL Super Bowl, right? It's freaking hard to do. It's hard to make it to even where Jaden Daniels made it with the Washington Commanders. They overachieved just a little bit, but a great work for their first year over there in Washington. Go Eagles. As a Raider fan, just because I want to see Barkley get the ring and Darius Slay. Okay, I think the one popular guy going into the Super Bowl is going to be Saquon Barkley, right? Everybody watched how the Giants general manager basically dissed them in the Hard Knocks episodes in the offseason, right? And he was like, nobody's going to pay Saquon. Nobody's going to do that. And then John Mara, the owner, was like, I'd be sick in my stomach if he becomes an Eagle. How's he now? How is John Mara doing now? Todd Powell says, I'm an idiot. So thank you, Todd, for showing up. I appreciate it. I appreciate you making your comment. Eagles won't win the Super Bowl, says Kelly Miller. Kelly Miller's throwing their prediction out there. So he said, forget the Chiefs. Kelly saying, forget the Chiefs. Oh, Todd saying I'm an idiot, but then his next comment is, Chiefs didn't get any help. So the Chiefs got absolutely no help in this game, the last game, or all season long. But I'm an idiot because I'm talking and Todd's saying the Chiefs didn't get any help. Todd, I think you messed up when you put you should have just put that arrow right back at your face because you are the one that don't see that the Chiefs are getting help each and every game by the black and white zebras on the field. Come on, Todd. You can't be that blind. Are you Man, you might be a referee your damn self if you're thinking that. Like somebody told me in the middle of the game, they said, you got to learn the rules. Listen to uh listen to them on TV. They're talking about it. No, and then you listen. I don't really listen to the commentators, but when you turn it on and you listen to them, what are they saying? The same thing. Like, I don't know if that was a face mask. I don't know if that was should have been called, but it was called, so that's what we got to go with. Or said, I don't listen to Gene. You know why? Because Gene is a damn cheater himself. Gene Skeletor, whatever his name is. Remember him and the index card? The dude pulled the index card out of his pocket up there and put it in between the ball and the first down marker and said first down. The referees, like it's all in it together, and you can say it is. Adrian is saying, yes, he is. I don't know what you're saying. Yes, he is too, Adrian. Go ahead and throw it in there of what you're saying. But wherever you guys are, if you're on Instagram, you're on TikTok, you're on Facebook, you're on YouTube, throw it in the comments if you think the referees help the Chiefs. If you don't, say the Chiefs win it all on their own. I want to know which side you on. If you think the referees help the Chiefs, let me know in the comment sections. Will I be watching the Super Bowl? I always say no, but I'm a football fan, so of course I'm going to be watching the Super Bowl. And I tell myself halfway through, why am I watching the damn Super Bowl? Know what's going to happen. Boycott it is because the Chiefs. Come on, there's good commercials on during the Super Bowl, right? Everybody watches the Super Bowl just for the commercials. I hate, like, I can't stand those kind of people. The people that watch the Super Bowl for the commercials. That's not my thing. That's not my thing. I can't sit there. There's people that you sit there and you ride over to your house, and they sit there, and half of them are there to watch the game, half of them are there just to watch the commercials, and I'm there to watch the game and the commercials, and you're talking through both of them, just like, shut up. And it's like, let's just watch the damn. I don't know. I think Super Bowl commercials are kind of overrated, anyways. Cuban Nation says the refs are Chiefs fans. Adrian Clark is saying, we just want a fair game. Adrian Clark says, just watch the Puppy Bowl. Last year, I think they brought the Kitten Bowl back too, right? Or they brought it in. Tafasi is saying Bills made the first down. I agree with that. I 100% agree that the Bills made the first down. And there's no change in my mind in that the Bills made the first down. Like, like the Houston Texans got fined many times last week. A lot of them got fined for calling out the referees, saying they knew who they were going up against when they took on the Kansas City Chiefs last week, and they knew that it was going to be them versus everybody else. It just would happen. The whole game was just the refs blame. It's ridiculous, but I'm just here to talk about the game, and I don't know what else to say. Like, there's not much more to get into detail because we all watched it. We all watched these games. Vincent is saying, I will not participate in watching the Super Bowl. That's on you, Vincent. If you choose not to and you have your reasons not to, I'm not going to tell you and not going to convince you to watch it. What's up, 89.4? They're saying, what's up, Big Joe? They did not call the Kansas City Chiefs. They're called the Kansas City refs / Swifties. My bad. So I can't call them the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm supposed to call them the Kansas City refs or the Kansas City Swifties from now on. Do I believe that online betting has changed the game? A little bit. Last week's safety at the end of the game makes you wonder, right? There's been a lot of field goals at the end of games in the last couple of years that you're questioning yourself going, did that help the spread just a little bit? Did that screw up the spread? So yeah, I think there is a little bit of gambling that affects the NFL. Yes. What did he say right here? The refs screwed the Bills and they didn't do it through Mahomes. Okay, so that's what Just Raider Baby's saying. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, you could say what you want and you could try to make it. You think the Eagles are going to beat the Chiefs? No, I don't. I don't think so. The tush push BS the Bills were running was predictable as and should have ran through Cook. Yeah, I agree with that. They should have ran the ball more with Cook, especially in the first half. Somebody, Mark Butcher is saying it was a first down. Saquon's the most unstoppable player in the league. I think so too. But when you're going up against the Kansas City Chiefs, they're gonna find like those toss plays and those outside runs to Saquon, especially like the one he broke today for 60 yards. You think they're gonna be able to do that against the Kansas City Chiefs? No, because you're gonna see a yellow flag fly across the field, and somebody on that Eagles offensive line will be called for holding, and you already know it will be called back. Like, do you think that Saquon's gonna have a big run like that? If you were a betting man right now, and you had a bet if the Eagles would have a play, or if Saquon Barkley will have a play of 60 plus yards or even 50 plus yards in the Super Bowl, I will say no, because you already know that flag's coming out of that pocket. You already know that it's coming out. Spagnuolo is a damn good defensive coordinator. Yes. Maybe that's what the Saints are holding out for, right? The Saints are the only team in the NFL right now without a head coach. And could they be holding out for Spagnuolo? Would Spagnuolo go and try to redo it? The Chiefs' downfall starts in 2 weeks, is what Mike is saying. Just watch. Just watch. Is Mike saying the Chiefs' downfall is in 2 weeks? Mike, I hope you're 100% correct. Catherine is saying the Bills played a damn good game. Yes, they did. Well, yeah, they did. We Raiders saying, I hope so. I think everybody would be on board with that, Mike. I think everybody would be on board with the Chiefs losing the Super Bowl and that causing them to go downhill for years to come. But do we all believe that? Can we get behind that? No. Raider said, but I just bet $260 on the money line on the Chiefs for the Super Bowl just in case. Is that $260 because you think that you're going to win that money line, or did you put the $260 to kind of jinx the Chiefs because you want the Chiefs to lose, so you think if you root for them that they might lose, right? Like, that's what sometimes you do, right? People say you jinx the team because you rooted for them. So maybe that's what you're doing. Maybe you are rooting or putting your money on the Chiefs so you have your luck roll off on them, and they don't do that well. That's what I'm going to guess. How about we go history going down? So you want the history. Somebody says they want to see the three-peat. And if the Kansas City Chiefs do get the three-peat, right, they end up winning the Super Bowl. When's the next time we're ever going to see this? Like, I mean, yes, we don't like watching the Kansas City Chiefs win over and over again. But then again, 50 years from now, when some of us are alive and we are able to talk to our grandkids and tell them about it, and you talk sports with them, they're going to ask you about this. Were you alive when the Kansas City Chiefs won 3 Super Bowls? I mean, I guess that is a talking point and something that you could say, and you could say that you witnessed history, but I'm all about not witnessing history. I'm all about saying, yeah, I saw the Kansas City Chiefs get beat down. Just like like when the Patriots went undefeated and they lost to the Giants in the Super Bowl. I love that more than watching an undefeated team. I'd rather history not be made with 3 in a row. Why has Roger Goodell not come forward and said anything about the refs? Because Roger Goodell loves the business. The referee story with the Kansas City Chiefs, controversial or not, helps the NFL because any publicity for the NFL is good publicity, right? So if people are talking about the Chiefs and the referees, they're talking about the Super Bowl, they're talking about games being fixed, it's helping the NFL. The NFL likes that because you're talking about it. As long as you're talking about the NFL, they don't give a damn what you're saying about it. They're just going to be right there going, thank you for the money. Thank you for the money. We'll take that. We'll take that. Hurts and Saquon have to bring it in 2 weeks. Yeah, they do. Hurts really has to bring it, right? I don't know what the money line is. Does anybody know the money line on the Super Bowl? What's the Super Bowl opening up for? Somebody's asking right here. So if you know what it is, let me know. Gabe is saying, I live in Missouri and I can't stand the Chiefs winning all the damn time. I bet you they're annoying. There's a lot more Chiefs fans now than they've always have been. And that's what I can't stand is like the bandwagon fans. Like I know a lot of Eagle fans. Eagle fans try to act like they're the nice fans, right? That we have a good reputation. No, you don't. You guys are pieces of crap. Like you guys are mean Philly fans. Like you guys booed Santa Claus. You guys yelled and called Boza names when he went to go watch his brother play. Like Philly fans are supposed to be the mean, ugly fan base of the NFL. So let's not try to change that narrative. We love that Philly fans. We know what we're getting from Philly fans. They're going to be mean and obnoxious. But the Chiefs fans, where'd they all come from? Like, I know there was a handful of Chiefs fans before, but now it's ridiculous. Now we got so many damn Chiefs fans. I saw last night on Saturday Night Live at the end, one of the ladies, one of the cast members threw on a Chiefs jersey like, oh, all of a sudden. Hurts had a good game today. He's got to pull the trigger. Yeah, there's a lot of times, Mike, where we were talking that Hurts should have just threw the ball up to A.J. Brown. When it's one-on-one, you throw the ball. 61% of the money is going towards the Chiefs right now is what on the Super Bowl, which I think it should be, right? Boyette, I'm going to say all bullshit calls about the refs is what he's saying. Cuban Nation is saying this is all facts. And then we Raiders saying it's negative 130 for the Chiefs. Negative 130 for the Chiefs. MC Raiders asking if I'm going to the draft. Nah, my name's not Josh Jacobs. I ain't leaving. I ain't going to Green Bay. I'm staying right here. Michael is saying agree. F both teams, the Eagles and the Chiefs. Ain't nobody want to watch them. And WH is saying, I started hating the Chiefs as soon as they kept showing Taylor Swift. Yeah. I mean, I think that's when a lot of NFL fans started doing that. How about that Josh Allen sneak? Which one, Mike? The one that was a first down that they said wasn't a first down when you clearly watched the replay and he crossed the line? Like, come on. Freddie Fletcher in the house. What's up? How you doing? I already know how you are because you don't like the Kansas City Chiefs in the Super Bowl. There ain't no way that you're rooting for the Kansas City Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Joker, how you doing? Joker saying it's some BS. I already knew. Joker, once I saw your name come in, I knew you were going to agree with what was happening. Cleveland Browns are scouting the next year. Janikowski, too. Hey, there you go. They watched the same replay or an edit of the JFK tapes. Oh, I don't know, Mike. I don't know what the referees were watching. Like, whatever the referees had going on their replays for the catch, the Xavier Worthy catch, or the quarterback sneak, both of them wrong. Both 100% wrong. Who are they? Why even put the headphones on? Who are you talking to? Like, who is advising you on what the call was? Because they were 100% wrong on those calls. 100%. Somebody said he caught it and he pinned it and there was no movement. I keep hearing that excuse. But how did Worthy catch it with fingertips? Worthy didn't even have control of the ball until after the ball had hit the ground and then went into his shoulders. Like, it's either the Bills ball or it's an incomplete pass. That you can't say, oh, because there was no movement. Okay, if there was no movement, then it was a completed pass by the Buffalo Bills defense and it's a turnover. But then it would have been a flag on the field, which would have went to the Kansas City Chiefs. But either way, you don't put the Kansas City Chiefs in that position on the 2 or 3 yard line. Yo, this ain't even about football no more. We should all watch NASCAR is what Freddie's saying. That starts the week after the Super Bowl is the Daytona 500. And that's when we get into the long month of no NFL football games. And we try to watch the USFL. We try to watch something that gets our attention off of football. So it's coming up. But yeah, Not even a lot of bad calls, just a big. Yeah, I don't think there. Yeah, and that's what I was talking about. There's not a lot of bad calls, but there's one or two calls in every Chiefs game that sways the whole game, that sways the momentum. Replay should be able to overturn the refs. Yeah, but they went to replay and they still got it wrong, Adrian. They went there and still got it wrong. Mike's saying that we should just watch WWE and quit football and quit watching football. I mean, at this point, Mike, we already know the WWE scripted. We might as well, and it's the same thing, right? We should just know that the NFL scripted. Somebody said, "How have we got the matchup that nobody wanted 2 years in a row?" I don't, because the NFL's selling the ratings, dude. The NFL loves it. Ant-Man 661 said that he just bought his Kansas City jersey right now. He just went out and got a Kansas City Chiefs jersey. That's what they're creating right here. This is what we're getting. We're getting new Kansas City. What fan? Okay, Ant-Man, what team did you root for? What was the last team that you rooted for before you went and bought this now Kansas City jersey fan? Like, go Chargers is what Freddie's out there going. Crybaby McGee strikes again is what Justin Christians is saying. Justin Christians, the top fan on Facebook. Justin Christians, everybody in the house. Dan Campbell coming back with vengeance. With what? Dan Campbell has lost all his coaching staff, has to start from scratch, and you still have Jared Goff as your quarterback. So Mike said, clip this and write this down. I don't know what I said, Mike. So I don't know. I wouldn't know where to clip it or what to. I don't even know what I'm saying. I can't wait for this to end and these clowns can go into the abyss with the Patriot fans. Exactly. That's all we can hope for, Freddie, is that the Chiefs fans turn into the Patriot fans and they go into crying and talk about how they never win anymore. That's what we gotta. That's what we gotta hope for. Marcos is asking. He said he wants the Eagles to win. Every time Dan Campbell loses, it pushes them more. Pushes them more to what? He finished worse this year than he finished last year, and he lost last year. No, Dan Campbell just needs to stop making dumb excuses and stop making dumb play calls, and maybe he can win some more. Lewis is saying, go Dodgers. Hey, at least we got that going for us, huh, Lewis? At least we got the Dodgers going for us. So Hamlin almost died on the field is what Mike's saying, and he didn't want to dive at Mahomes. So he's saying that Hamlin did worse on the field, but he didn't want to dive at Mahomes on the field. Somebody said, I have no sports knowledge and I'm just biased. Probably both. Or you just don't get that I'm being sarcastic most of the time and that's on you. So I don't give a damn. Fireworks here in KC. Oh, better than gunshots than last year, right? That's what we got to hope that doesn't happen again this year in KC. Over there for whatever's going on. What's up, Kevin? How you doing? Those booster shots ain't helping his coverage. Why was Jones crying so much? He was like Kevin Nash from the Longest Yard. I don't know. I was asked the same thing. My wife was like, why is he crying? I go, I don't know why he's crying. Freddie, your wife cheats on you. He already knows because he does the same to her. Freddie, I know Freddie. No, I'm just kidding. Now we can look forward to the Dodgers playing. What do you think about the Buffalo Bills drives that weren't called for first downs? I think the Buffalo Bills went away from the running game early and they went to straight passing. They kind of hurt themselves, but when they got back to it, it was themselves. But then they couldn't overcome some of the bad calls, and I'll just say that. Jones and Kelsey are retiring. That's why. Chris Jones and Travis Kelsey are going to retire at the end of the Super Bowl, according to NFL Mike, is what he's throwing out there. Bex Raider, your pen pal has a husband in prison, is what somebody just said right here. So I'm just reading the comments. We're just having a good time reading these comments. Las Vegas Raider fans are crying all the time. I missed Al Davis because he wasn't afraid to confront the commissioner. Yeah, The old Al Davis was cool, the one that did stuff like that. But the Al Davis that was around at the end, right before he passed away, you can see, you want to know how that is? Just look at the Dallas Cowboys now with Jerry Jones. The way that Jerry Jones is acting right now is the way that Al Davis was towards the end of his career, and it's pretty bad. Like, if you're a Dallas Cowboy fan, I feel bad for you, son. That's what Jay-Z would say, right? Jones and Kelsey are retiring. Sorry, just trying to catch up on some of this. Max Crosby going to be a Jet soon. Why would he want to leave? Like, he's going to take the same steps that Devontae had to leave one franchise to go to another shitty franchise. The Jets are making the same mistakes over and over. I mean, Aaron Glenn, you think that's going to change the Jets? No, it's not going to change the Jets. Max Crosby's going to be a Las Vegas Raider next year. He's going to get paid his money. He's going to get guaranteed money, and they're going to work some stuff around, and they're going to keep him in Las Vegas. So there's no worry about that. Pete Carroll, man. You got to love Pete Carroll. You think Russell Wilson would join you guys, will join the Raiders in Vegas? Possibility. Depends on how much he wants. Like, Russell Wilson isn't a $40 million quarterback anymore, but it all depends on how much he wants. I'm very happy. Somebody said, how happy are you with the new coach, with Pete Carroll? I'm excited. I'm very excited to bring Pete Carroll in. Somebody that can go against the AFC West, that isn't afraid. Somebody that knows how to get in Jim Harbaugh's head and punk him just a little bit. It's going to be a great one. Jojo, I'm sad. Can't believe we lost to Barkley. Hey, Barkley's a stud, man. Barkley is a stud, and that's the only reason that you would be watching the NFL, the Super Bowl, right? Cordo, I don't know who he's talking to, but he said, ask your mom. Ma, the meatloaf. I'm hungry. You already know my fat ass needs to eat. And being down here in the basement, it's hot. I need my mom to bring me some soda, bring me some meatloaf, and continue talking right here. Pete Carroll is going to be coaching in a wheelchair. A lot of people say that, but Pete Carroll's age, like, his hip didn't go out like Harbaugh's. Like, if you're thinking that Andy Reid is better, it's more healthier than Pete Carroll, you're crazy. Just because the key additions to, like, the people that the Chiefs brought in are finally paying off right now that you've seen it. He will come in and create a great foundation to build off of. There's no foundation right now. 100%. Love that right there. Can the Raiders become a better team with a new owner, possibly Brady? Well, Brady owns 5%, or maybe a little bit less than 5% of the Raiders, and he is basically Tom Brady is the president of operations without being named the president of operations. He's running the show in Vegas. He's running it. And yes, you can already see by what the Raiders have done this offseason that they're moving in the right direction. Like, Mark Davis has always said he doesn't know what the hell he's doing. So he just sits back, and he finally found a football guy that can come in here and make some right decisions. So it's good. Will Carroll make players want to go to Vegas? Yes. Pete Carroll has the reputation in the NFL, just like some of these other coaches that have done it, that players want to play for him. When you have other teams and you have former players of him congratulating him on social media for getting the job, you already know it's a good hire. I don't know who the quarterback one will be. If I had a guess, I would think the Raiders would bring in a veteran quarterback along with drafting a quarterback, along with having AOC, and the winner of that will take a winner of that quarterback battle in camp will have it. Well, anyways, guys, I just wanted to come on here, talk about the game a little bit. See what you guys' thoughts about it, about the NFL Super Bowl coming up, and just have a great time. But I appreciate everybody who joined the live, and I'll see you guys again.